turn it around and do the same on the other side, you'll see we get a perfect pop out. And it's not that you need to have this board to create a pop out card, it's that that's only taken me 2 minutes instead of 20 minutes. And whereas all the enjoyment's in the crafting, if you start with a complicated card and you're wasting all this time measuring and calculating, it takes the fun out of it, and you'll just go back to doing plain boring cards. And we want exciting cards like this. Now every card needs an envelope, and the good thing is with the board it's got an integrated envelope maker. But with this card it's a little bit too thick to fit in a regular envelope, and what we can do is we can make either regular envelopes, or for cards like this you can make the dimensional box envelopes. Now it's exactly the same procedure, and you just follow the directions in the leaflet, and what we'll find is for this size here, it tells me in the directions guide that I need to use an 8 1/4 inch piece of card, which I've already cut, and we need to use lines D and F. So what I do is I just position it on the envelope maker right into the corner, and the first line was D, so I just score up line D, and this time I'm using the precision embosser. So I score line D, and if I was making a regular envelope I would just leave it at that, but because we're going to do the envelope box, you'll see here there's a little step in here, so we just position this back in the step and score line D again. This is where we get the dimension from. Now you always do the same line on opposite corners. Now it really doesn't matter what size envelope you're making, it's always exactly the same procedure. You use this, always a square of paper, you use the same lines on opposite corners, and as long as those lines cross in the corner it will always make an envelope. So it's not a case anymore of you buy the envelope and then fit the card to the envelope that's available. It's a case of you create whatever you want and you're going to be able to make the matching envelope for it. So all I'm doing here is cutting the corners out of the envelope. And what you'll find is when we actually start and fold this together, because of the way the board's engineered, those lines will just pull together and find each other very easily. So I'm just folding all of the different sides in, and then if we want to add a finishing touch, I'll get my decorative embosser back out, and we just go into the corner. You'll see we go up against the upstands, and we just can follow the shape around. Now don't worry if you go out of the lines. If we go out of the lines, it is never ever ever going to show on the other side. You will always get a perfect emboss, and you will find that as we fold this in, that there will be the perfect size for the pop-out card that we made. Now that is 2 things I've shown you. I've shown you 1 card and 1 envelope. You've got to remember as a complete unit, if I bring it in, you'll see it's got the card making, the box making features. Now it does 7 different types of boxes, anything from regular boxes right up to things like your wedge boxes. You can do expanding boxes, you can do exploding boxes, we can do matchbox style slider boxes, we can do, wait till you see this one, this next one's really cool. We can do exploding boxes, 7 different styles of box in any shape and any size you want to. It's also got a ribbon shaper built in, so if I quickly show you the ribbon shaper, all we do, oh, there we go. Now inside you get the little pegs, and what you'll find is on this side here you've got a series of holes. Now depending on how wide you want your ribbon, you either set them to very wide or very very tiny, or you can go somewhere in the middle. And I'm just going to take a little bit of ribbon, and all we do each time is just wrap around the pegs, cross over, and I'm doing this back to front so you can see the bit that's on the top, we put that underneath, we come back over the top, and then we just tie that in a knot, and you will get a perfect bow every single time. But it's everything all in one place. Your paper trimmers built in there, your decorative embossing shapes. You can do hundreds and hundreds of different projects. And all the ideas come in the ideas guide, and you also get the DVD included as well. And all of the accessories, the tools that we've been using, the paper trimmer, the cutter, the bow making pegs, they're all inside. We've got the integrated storage compartment, so everything you need actually stores away. Everything comes included with the tool, so you don't need to buy any add-on accessories.
I like the fact that the blade is just the regular box cutter. And you can...
The beauty with the blade is, wherever she's put it, is it actually has a replaceable blade function, and it takes a standard size blade. So when this runs out, you can literally flip it over and get twice as much use from the other side. And also these are regular size blades that you can pick up from any sort of DIY store.
So now that I own the enveloper and the score part.
Now you're going to want this one.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I already have those.
Yeah.
So it would be redundant. Somebody else and get this one.
Okay.
When do you use the blade?
Right, we use the blade either as a standalone unit, or we can use it with the paper trimmer. So you'll see with the board we get the paper trimmer, which clips into the centre. We've got all of your measurements in both inches and in European sizes on both the horizontal and the vertical axes. And then all we do is we take our piece of card, sit it inside, hold this in place, and you just pull towards you with a cutter.
Well, great. Do you have a website or anything that our readers can go check out more information?
Yeah, it's www.crafterscompanion.com, and we've got video tutorials on there. We've got loads of free projects that you can download, loads of ideas and inspiration. It's a great source.
So it's crafterscompanion.com? Great. Thank you so much, Sarah. We appreciate the demonstration.